Check out a cool Renegade Night upgrade set from Legio Models.
Spiky bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Baer from SpikyBits.com, and today I've got a new Night Renegade upgrade kit to share with you from Legio Models. They sent it over to us for some promotion, and I was like, what the heck? It looks pretty cool. I'll bust out a half-built Night and kind of see how it lines up. But I can tell you right now, the idea I like about it is that you don't have to do a whole bunch of green stuff work. It can get you to the finish line or past it, depending on what you want. If you want to just get close to the finish line and do a little bit of final touches of your very own, this kit may be perfect. Or if you just want to slap this kit on a existing Night Titan you have, boom, a Renegade, slap some paint on it, and you're good to go. Either way, I'll show you how well it lines up with the current kit from Games Workshop. First off, what I like about this kit is the way it comes packaged with this really nice sturdy cardboard box and some really soft foam inside that has sectionalized divisions to keep the resin upgrades themselves safe, both until you get to the project and also in shipping. So here's all 13 pieces, I think, that come in this upgrade kit right here. And for the most part, they seem pretty self-explanatory. So we got leg, we got upper thigh, we've got knees, the ion shield, the head, the two heavy battle cannon and thermal cannon, the groin cloth, shoulders, and of course top right there. Pretty self-explanatory. Oh, and chest armor. Pretty self-explanatory, like I said. Now let's take a closer look at the detail of the sculpts themselves. So we got the telltale sign right there of 3D printing, it looks like, or that somebody's, no, that's definitely not somebody's thumbprint because they're right there. So it looks like they're printing them out on the 3D printer, which is cool. Good technology. You can really design a lot of cool stuff, and they're, like I said, they're gonna save you time with that, green stuff work that you don't have to do. So all this is probably expertly rendered. We'll match it up there. So it definitely looks very, diseased, nurgly. You've got all of the teeth and everything in there, so pretty good detail. It definitely mirrors what you'd expect. The shoulder pads look great too. You got the pustules and all the little tongues and random possessions right where you need them, still enough lip right there. And the studs are actually sculpted for the most part pretty well. Now this isn't the same material you would expect to find from Forge World or anything like that. It's a little bit denser, I guess, but it's not unworkable by any means. Let's see, goes like this. Okay, goes like this. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. It's very striking. So a nice big chunk piece right there that looks to be quite solid, and some little pustules and all sorts of things. This would be really fun to paint. I might actually paint this one. I'm gonna paint one of these. I haven't decided which one yet, but we're looking at this one today. I like the stitch work and everything, and the nervily kind of teeth possession on the leg plates right there. The head's really cool. Definitely reminds me of Mortarion for the most part. Got the respirator, got the goggles, all that kind of steampunk horror disease steampunk. That ion shield swivel looks like it'll pair up. Now mine's already glued on, so we'll just kind of size it up there. And some of the knee joints. Which way does this go? I think that goes up right there. So it looks like it's got all the pieces to interface on the back. Let's grab us a Night Titan and see how well this goes together. So the top plate goes on pretty swimmingly. It may need just a little bit of heat. You can kind of see where it doesn't quite notch up right there, but that's not a big deal. It fit right on top, and I like the fact that they got the spot right there for the magnet. On this one, it looks like I drilled it out a little wider, so this material is thick enough that it'll definitely take a drill bit and be able to drill that out to fit in that. It looks to be 1/8 inch magnet by 1/16. I'm gonna assume that's what I used. So all of that fits on pretty well. Now, like I said, as far as the ion shield goes, to check that, it looks to size up, but unfortunately I glued mine on already. But let's see, definitely looks like it'll size up okay, so I'm not worried about that. That passes for sure. And what else do we got here? Oh, we've got parts of our thermal cannon here, so let's check that out. So we got the thermal cannon. So pull the thermal cannon off. This was actually our Canis Rex model. Oh, that's the battle cannon. So I don't have a battle cannon to check out that's separate, but I do have it here. So that looks pretty good. Yep, that looks like it checks out. So we'll go with that. And then of course we do have this piece right here. And now we'll know if it sizes up. So I really like that. Nice disease, got the little flesh. Oh, look at that. Boom. And let's see if that sizes up to the bottom of the thermal cannon. So I think that works. We got a winner right there. Just obviously going to need some glue, but it looks like it slots in pretty well. So what else do we got? Oh, leg joints. All right, or leg plates. So let's check this out. So the nub goes right there, and it's got the indentions for the little Y forks. So that, with a little bit of glue, would definitely lock on, and it feels sturdy. Let's check this one right here. Yep, that checks out too. And then we've got the knee joints, which are gonna be, yeah, there we go. Okay, wow, that's gonna look cool. So boom, those will go on right there. That'll look very striking too. So there's two of those. This one goes over here, it looks like, in no particular order. And then you've got the thigh plates. So I forget which way they go. I guess they go up because you got to protect the actual, oh, that's really neat. I like that. And you've got this cracked kind of mess right here. Oh yeah, very cool. All right, digging this. So I'm not gluing this down because I haven't decided which one. I only have one night and I have 5 of these sets, so I got to figure out which one. So I'm not gluing it down, but I'm definitely leaning towards this one as my early favorite. This piece right here, it almost, and by the way, there's no flash on this stuff. It looks like they have taken it all off for you. This goes right here, so that'll look pretty, well actually no, the armor plate goes right there. So where does this go? That I don't know. Imagine, let's see, it would have to go kind of high. It might actually go right there. Yeah, it looks like it slots in right there because then the armor plate goes over top of it and supports it. So that actually is perfect, a perfect fit right there. And then you've got this part, which is gonna go the opposite way than what you would think. Yep, boom. So there's that. Oh, that's very cool. Check that out. Very good job sculpting the teeth and all the little recesses there, the infected pustules. I forget what it's called when it recesses almost, but that's, wow, yeah, this is definitely my early favorite. And we've got the face, but unfortunately I glued this face plate on, so it looks like this socket's on to right there to make this really, really, really cool, kind of already ready to go face that's going to stick out a little bit more. So remember, the cowl goes right here, so this is actually going to stick out a little bit more, not a whole lot, so it's going to be roughly about that big. So that's cool, I like that. And the very last test here is the shoulder pads, which to make sure they fit on the rail, and it looks like they do, although they won't stay on there like the G-Dub ones, which are a little bit more balanced. So wow, look at that. That is pretty cool. And let's try to get this other one on here, right here. So these have a little bit of weight to them, so don't glue these down until you're absolutely 100% ready. But that is a very striking kind, and with that head on there and the ion cannon looking fresh, that's gonna be very cool looking. So I'm digging that. The only real, you know, after seeing all this, and I don't know, I mean, obviously the sky's the limit because they can come out with a lot more kits and upgrades and different things. I think they got like running legs and things now, judging by what's on their Facebook group over there. This will cost you, I think it's $75. I might not have mentioned that in the beginning, but all of these upgrade bits, and they have different ones for different kits depending on the style, but they usually go for about 75 bucks US shipped. That they can come out with extra bits. And the only real thing that I had taken issue with is a lot of Chaos folks play the double Gattlers, and you'll probably hear this throughout all of my reviews on this. So obviously you're going to try to take 2 of these, and there isn't a Gatler plate in here. There's just the standard Knight Paladin stuff. So, or Aaron, I guess. So that's kind of my only point of criticism, is the fact that the meta loadout, which may not even be the same in 2 months, so it's not a real strong point of criticism. It's just something to take into consideration, because most Chaos players play with the double Gattlers here. So just something to consider, that you might have a hard time converting this, although I suppose you could use this one plate at least for one of them, but you're going to be taking 2 of them, so it's really hard to say at that point. So overall, I kind of like the kit. As far as, you know, the kit itself, and you're making a Renegade Knight, but if you're trying to go like super hard in the meta paint, then this might not be the upgrade kit for you. But then again, a lot of folks that are super competitive in the meta aren't really about the hobby aspect of it, so it's really hard to kind of judge, is this a good value for this customer type? For me, I think it's pretty cool, and that's the only point of criticism I have, but your opinion may vary, of course. But that's why we do these things, so you can kind of see what's happening and make your own determination. We'll put a link in the video below so you can find out how to find this particular product if you're interested in picking it up from Legio Models. This is a very cool product. They are going to ship out of Eastern Europe, so it may take, you know, a week or so to get, but other than that, that's pretty much the only considerations out there as far as that goes. So that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed our unboxing and review of the Rotten Armor upgrade kit from Legio Models. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on all our videos. Thank you for your time, and happy hobbying.
Spiky bits.